Welcome back to Out of Your Mind podcast. I'm Cassandra, the creator of Metal Bones Jewellery, and I will be your host today. So I want to talk about achieving goals on a small scale, keeping them realistic so that you actually build momentum in your business. So the difference between achieving realistic goals and setting yourself up for failure is just so massive and so important in your small business. So for example, I've just started a brand new Instagram and it's extremely niche. So I'm trying to not dilute my original Metal Bones Jewellery account with business growth tips. But ultimately, I would love to have a nice big fat audience and grow my audience and my views and everything like that. But I understand that this takes time. So I'm not going to make my goal to get followers or views. I'm making my goal something that I can actually see to be possible in the near future. For example, instead of rushing to my first 10,000 followers, which is ultimately a vanity metric anyway, I'm going to make sure that my content is filmed, it's edited, and it's posted or at least scheduled for the next 2 days. Now, once I've ticked that off, I feel accomplished and my brain has actually confirmed to myself that I'm capable of achieving these goals and ticking these boxes, even though they're small. And actually, the content bit is actually pretty big. So it is tricky to film and edit and post. So let's bring it back down to scale. Even if I said, okay, today I'm going to share one story about my morning routine, and that is done. And I'm going to listen to one podcast that's going to enhance my mindset, my drive, and it's going to be a building block towards the bigger picture. Okay? So my bigger picture is to have an impact on many people and change the lives of many small business owners. Now, it is hard to have a massive impact with a smaller following, but I know that I'm building up to that with these small daily wins. So now if I step back and look at the big picture and look at my 200 followers and think, okay, wow, I'd love to impact 10,000 people. If I measured my success on that huge goal, I'd be nowhere near it. I'd be miserable, I would not be hopeful, and I would likely give up. It's honestly like looking at building a house, brick by brick. So you need the foundation, you need the structure, and you need to build the end goal. You don't just plonk a house and a block of land. And in fact, I remember as a kid, I was lucky enough to have my father build us a home. And I remember watching it being built, thinking, this is so exciting. Like the build up is the exciting part. And so many of us race to the finish line and we miss the whole process. And that's the illusion right there. Like that's the illusion of getting to the end and finishing the race without even participating in the race. So if you feel like you're just floating around and you're putting in some effort some days and you're losing momentum and then you're not doing anything at all, it's because you're mentally not building your goal. You're not laying the foundation. So as a next step, what you can do is write out 7 days on a piece of paper, on your phone, whatever, just do it and you'll be shocked. So just write 7 days on a piece of paper and literally just put one thing on each day that helps with your business goals. Now that could be tiny, it can be massive, whatever you feel is actually achievable. So for example, day 1, Monday, it's a non-negotiable to post a story introducing yourself. So that can just be like, hi, I'm Cassandra. I like to skateboard. That's it. I mean, like you can have more, but along those lines. And then day 2, it's a non-negotiable that you post a photo of a progress shot of a ring that you're making. Day 3, it's a non-negotiable that you spend 20 minutes engaging with accounts that are not in your niche, but are where your ideal customer hangs out. So let's say you're making Gothic jewelry, okay? And you're going to go and spend 20 minutes commenting on Gothic fashion pages or Gothic inspired theme pages. And don't leave words just for the sake of words. Use this to advertise who you are, your personality, and your brand. Now, this means like if you have a bit of humor, like you have a good sense of humor, use that in your comment to spark curiosity so that people are like, oh, okay, this person's kind of funny. Like, what is that brand about? Now, they like your comment so much, they click on your account and they potentially follow you. At the very least, the more people that are clicking into your account, the more it's signaling to Instagram that your profile is starting to trend and your content may get boosted and seen by many others that way as well. So these are very small things that you can do to confirm in your mind that you're building your business brick by brick. And not only that, when you set out to do a small thing or achieve a goal and you actually achieve it and you can physically tick it off and say, yep, I've done that, check, 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 your brain is actually going to help you with the future tasks that you set out for yourself because you're proving and exercising this habit of setting a goal and achieving it. So next time you set a goal, instead of thinking, ugh, what a stretch, like it can't be done, like I'll write it down, but I'm not really going to do it, but I'll do it, whatever. Think to yourself, how can I make these goals in bite-sized pieces to make them more achievable? Ultimately, you will start to see your business grow and blossom so much quicker than if you had started with these massive, unrealistic, unachievable goals. So there you have it. Write down 7 days, write down 7 small goals that you know you can achieve, even if it's just one story a day, one comment a day, like just do something that keeps the momentum going. Now, I mean, they can be tiny, just something that adds any sort of momentum to your business, okay? Write it down, get it done. It's the only way to keep moving forward. Anyway, thanks so much for chatting, guys. I'll catch you next week. Don't forget to check out my new Instagram, Out of Your Mind Club, where I'll be sharing more business growth tips with you guys. Thank you so much for listening, and I will chat with you next week. Remember, stay delusional, and most of all, stay out of your mind.